We are looking at children with autistic spectrum disorder, and that came very much from a rationale of knowing that there's a high level of need in the area through health and understanding through partners that if we don't get it right and we don't get the support right for children and families, then it can result in family breakdown and significant concerns in schools when the children transfer from early years into schools.
The reason why we set up a support group for parents who have their children have got a diagnosis of ASD or autistic spectrum disorder was we were previously running a group which wasn't very well attended, and we met with local health professionals and asked them why they thought this and looked at the number of diagnoses that were coming through from paediatricians. So we set up a consultation session with parents about setting up a support group, and the attendance at the consultation was excellent, and the vast majority of parents suggested they would really like to have a support group. The sessions were immediately very well attended. Parents were giving us ideas of different professionals they'd like us to invite into the session to speak to them. So, for example, parents asked for more information about claiming DLA. So we asked for an advisor to come in and talk to the parents, and a lot of parents then completed their DLA claim forms and were successful in claiming DLA.
My health visitor mentioned it to me after the 27-month check. I was really frightened to actually come at first because I thought it was frightening seeing other children with autism, but I made the step to come, and I've never regretted it. I've been every week since. I feel like the knowledge that we've gained is unmeasurable, really, because we just found out so much. There's it's not a closed world like what you think when your child's diagnosed with autism. You think it's just that's the end.
I was very nervous when I first come, but the group just really helped us and supported us.
It's nice to know you're not alone.
Yeah.
This time a year ago, I didn't know anyone, and I thought I was the only one in the world with a child that was different, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it's kind of nice to be able to leave them in the creche, then we're just next door. And it's obviously getting them to interact and stuff as well with other children.
Thanks for the training courses that we've been on, which have been organised through Sure Start, have given you great insight into autism, and that helps you manage it when you're at home.
I feel because we've met a lot of professionals on a training course, you do feel as if they're just like normal people. You know, if you meet them in your own home and they come to look at your child and to write notes about them, it's not a very nice experience. But when you meet them at the training course and you realise that they're just as the same as you, they're asking the same questions, I think I'm more confident talking to professionals now.
I feel I don't have to worry about Daniel if he has a meltdown, because I don't feel like I'm getting judged because everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah. I'm busy going through the diagnosis thing, but I have got one that was just diagnosed last year. I find this group really helpful to come, even just to sit and listen. I don't always speak.
I was just going to say, I think it could be helpful for people going through it to see people who've been dealing with it for years, and they can kind of see there is sort of light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. I used to be frightened to take my children out for being looked at or not being able to control my children, but coming to a weekly group has given me the confidence to take my kids, and I can now take them on holiday on my own. I take them all over the place.
We talked about the packs that the paediatricians give you. Sure Start have now had an input into those packs, which will be of great benefit in the future. So they've had the feedback from the parents and have taken it forward. The packs have been drawn up together now, so I think that's going to be much better.
That's what Sure Start's always supported, haven't they? Supported the whole family, not just you can come if you've got one autistic child. You know, it's always been you and your family, hasn't it? You know.
I think we're like an extended family now. Mm-hmm. You know, the emotional support that we get off each other, the ideas that we bounce. If one of us is having a bad day, we just feel that little bit better and gets you through that day.
I think if it hadn't been for this group, I just wouldn't leave the house.
It was very clear that the parents who were attending did feel socially isolated, and coming to the group was giving them that opportunity to speak to other parents who were more or less in the same boat as them, understood where they were coming from, and getting that peer support was really something very, very valuable to them. It's fully booked every week, and more and more families are coming through with an ASD diagnosis. So we are looking at moving the group on.
So we now make use of the Colgate Cottage once a week, and we have a staff member that supports that. And so the families that belong to the ASD group come along. We've got a very active parental involvement with that. They do the planning together with the staff member. So it's their group, we're just supporting it. They own it.
I'm Gemma Gowland. I'm a parent volunteer and a member of the ASD group. When I first came to the group, I was really confused about autism, and coming to the group has made us see that I'm not the only one. I've made friends, I've met loads of professionals out of it. I feel much more confident in parenting my children. I think it's given a sense of belonging, a sense of community. It's given hope.
Audio Clicks. Be heard.